to my channel. As you can tell by today's title, I am going to be doing my makeup using only my mom's products. My mom is into makeup, but she does not do her makeup like I do it. So, as far as tools, for sanitary reasons, I'm going to be using my own things, as well as eyeliner and mascara. We have similar products, so I'm going to be using my own things so that I don't get an eye infection. Never share your mascara or eyeliner. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button right down below to be notified when I post new things every week. So if you guys want to stick around and see the disaster that this video is going to be, then just keep on watching. Before we begin, I just want to show you what I'm working with here. My mother is very interesting with her makeup. 90% of her makeup is just thrown in this bin. I don't even really know what's in here. I don't know how she gets to any of it. All of her makeup is kind of just thrown in this big bin. There's things that are all cracked and peeling. She has so many palettes and things in here that are just broken. She has loose eyelashes floating around in here. She doesn't even put on false eyelashes ever. If you guys ever need a makeup wipe, just come visit my mom. She's got like 20 bags of makeup wipes in here. But I think for the most part, all of her daily makeup she keeps in this bag right here. She's got your pretty basic stuff. When I asked her if I could use her makeup for this video, the first thing that she told me is, don't touch my foundation. She has pretty normal things. She's got some bronzers, she got some eyeshadow palettes, a blush palette. Ooh, she does have primer. I'm gonna do some digging around, find some stuff that I can use, things that I think will work for me, things I know that she uses, and kind of separate them out so that I'm not sitting here digging through this giant mess the entire video. I've emptied out the contents of her main makeup bag, and there are some things in here that I'm really proud of her for, but then there are some things like this MAC lipstick. How do you even use this anymore? It is fully extended. She does the same thing with her eye pencils. This is a brow pencil that she was using before I bought her a new one. She also does the same thing with her eyeliners. This is a Prestige eyeliner that she has literally been using since I could remember her putting on makeup. She has some eyeshadow primer that she just picked up and she's very excited about. She's also a very big fan of stick concealers, so she has one of those handy. She has a couple of Maybelline Fit Me concealers, telescopic carbon black mascara, which I have, which I will use my own of. She also has a couple of new eyebrow pencils that I actually gave to her. She has the Anastasia, the Benefit, and the IT Cosmetics. As for eyeshadow, she has a signature eyeshadow look. So for that, I'm going to use this All Natural Wet n Wild palette, as well as she has some of these like tiny MAC pots that I'll probably dip into, and a little Wet n Wild single here too. And she has some Laura Mercier setting powder. So let's get started. I'm gonna begin with primer. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I'm gonna be doing my makeup how I would do it, but I'm gonna try to go for a look that my mom would do herself. It's obviously gonna be difficult because she doesn't have all of the products that I use on a daily basis. Smashbox Photo Finish is on. Now I'm gonna use her Revlon Photo Ready Airbrush Effect Foundation. This was thrown in the big bin with all of the random stuff, so I feel like maybe she doesn't use this as much as the other ones. There's dog hair stuck to it. It feels like a pretty nice foundation, not gonna lie. I don't know when she's ever this shade. Alright, we can make do with that. Next, I think I'm gonna move on to concealer. I know that my mom usually conceals before she puts on her makeup. I don't. I also don't want to use her concealer directly on my skin just because that's how you spread pimples. So I'm gonna take a little brush and I'm just gonna brush some of that off. Stick it on that guy right there. This is so thick. Oh my god. Wow. That actually covered up those spots pretty nicely, but it does feel so heavy. Whenever I have a breakout, I don't like to put a lot of makeup on it just because I feel like it needs to breathe in order to be able to heal. My mom is the complete opposite. She's like, pack things on, cover it up. I'm gonna be using the Fit Me concealer. There's like nothing in here. Oh my god. How There's absolutely nothing in here. How does she do this? Okay, she needs to throw this out because it's just not working. I'm gonna give her mine instead since I have the same one and I don't really use it that often. So I'm just gonna go ahead and conceal like I normally would. Normally, I also put this on my eyelids and use it as an eyeshadow base. But because she has the eyeshadow primer specifically here, I'm gonna use that today to see how it affects her eyeshadow compared to what I use. She does have Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, so I'm gonna set my face. I don't think that she's ever used this. She has dry skin and she also does not put on as much makeup as I do. So she's definitely not using this to bake or set her face. Cool, so my face is set. I'm gonna let that sit there now and I'm gonna move on to my eyes. So like I was just saying, my mom recently bought this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer and this is the Potion Primer, the original formula. So I'm just gonna take a little bit and I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand, not directly to my eye because I don't want to be putting her things near my eyes because like I said, that's pretty unsanitary, and I'm gonna use my finger to put it on my eyelid. I'm actually gonna take whatever's left on my beauty blender and just kind of press that in to make sure that it's just a little bit set before I get started. Moving on to eyeshadow, this looks pretty loved, so I'm gonna use this. This is the Wet n Wild Single Shadow, just this neutral matte shade, and I'm gonna put this all over my lid before I get started. So I guess this is kind of how she would set that down and make sure it doesn't crease. Now I'm gonna pull out this Wet n Wild Au Naturel palette that she has. I'm just gonna go in and do a little bit of a purpley look. I'm gonna start off with a little transition-ish kind of shade here. Okay, Wet n Wild, I see you. Well, that's so weird. My eyes look like my mom's eyes right now and I just got started. Next, I'm gonna take this deep purple shade and I'm gonna put this on the outer V of my eye just to start creating a little bit of dimension. I'm just gonna pat this into place at first and really build up the color to what I want and then slightly blend it into the crease. My mom always has a kind of light pink shimmery lid, so I think that I'm gonna use this middle shade right here and put this all over the inner 2/3 of my eye. This might be a little bit pinker than what my mom uses. And then I'm gonna take another blending brush and just pick up a little bit more of that deep purple and blend that in and build up that outer corner again. All right, I think that's looking pretty good, but my mom definitely has a little bit lighter shadow going on. So I think I'm gonna use one of these little MAC eyeshadow pots. And I'm gonna use this one here, which I can't tell what the color is on the back because it's so old that it's just faded and there's nothing there. I'm gonna take a little packing brush and I'm just gonna dip in and put this on the inner 1/3 of my eye. That's looking a lot better. Okay, perfect. To finish it off, I'm gonna take this other MAC pot. This one is in Tracks? Maybe? I'm not sure. Again, it's too faded. And I'm gonna take this and smudge this along my lower lash line. All right, that looks great. So I'm gonna wipe away my bake now just to get that out of the way so it's not sitting for too long. But it's all right, we're moving on. For eyeliner, my mom uses the Milani Eye Tech Extreme Liquid Eyeliner, which is just a normal skinny felt tip liner. I have a lot of things similar to this, and I think I'm gonna use my Tarte Sex Kitten for this. My mom actually does her eyeliner before she does her eyeshadow, and then she goes back and does her eyeliner again, which is the weirdest thing to me. She says it's because she doesn't like it so shiny and she likes to dull it out a little bit, but like, then just get a matte eyeliner. All right, I have some nice big wings going on for my mama, and then I'm gonna move on to mascara. She uses the Telescopic from L'Oreal as well as the Maybelline's Voluminous Feline. I have Telescopic, I don't have the Feline. So instead, I am going to use my Telescopic with my Lash Paradise. Instead of that brow pencil, I'm gonna be using one of these three. I'm gonna use the Anastasia Brow Wiz. If you guys wanna see a full tutorial on how I fill my brows in, I will leave that linked up above in the I button. I don't think she's ever used this. It still has a flat top to it. That's gonna be it for brows, but now I'm gonna go on to the rest of the face. I think that I'm gonna use this to highlight my face. So I'm gonna set that aside. And I'm gonna go into this one. My mom and my sister both still use this. They like to put this all over their face. I'm just gonna go around the perimeters of my face in a 3 shape. I'm actually gonna pull this in a little bit on my cheeks just to spread that color out to make sure that it blends in. My mom does not contour. She actually has amazing cheekbones and a jawline. which could cut someone. So she doesn't really need to contour her face. She does like to look glowing and bronzed though, so I'm thankful that she has this at least. Now I'm gonna move on to blush. She uses this e.l.f. Blush Quad, and all of her stuff is absolutely filthy. Ooh, this looks like it's gonna be pigmented. Yep, okay. All right, quick little blush is done. Now I'm gonna go into this MAC Studio Trio. This is a contour, bronzer, and highlighter. I'm gonna try to use this as a highlighter. I'm gonna take a really dense highlighting brush to see if I can get the most out of this. I don't know if this brush is even picking anything up. No. I'm also going to use this under my brow bone and on the inner corners of my eye to open that all up. Definitely not the most pigmented highlighter that I've used, but you know, there's a little bit of payoff. And it looks like all that's left to do is lips. She has one lip pencil in here, one lipstick, and one lip gloss that are all very similar colors, so I'm assuming she uses them all together. I'm gonna start off by lining my lips with this, it looks like it's a Jordana Easy Liner. Everything is so used that all of the text on all of these things is just worn off. It's so weird, it smells like my mom's perfume. Now I'm gonna dip into her MAC lipstick that must be so old, probably older than me. And I'm gonna take a little lip brush because it's the only way that I can get this out. And I'm just gonna, you know, this all over my lips. All right, so I lightly filled in my lips and now I'm gonna finish it off with this gloss, which has absolutely no information on it whatsoever. All I know is that it is rose gold. Holy Jesus, that is shimmery. Well, that is all she has in her makeup bag, so I guess we are done here. She has no setting spray, so, you know, let's hope that this stays on. But all of her products are pretty nice. My mom has been very much into makeup most of her life, so she knows what she's doing. She's not crazy about it. She's not gonna go out and spend the money that I would on a palette or a piece of makeup, but she definitely appreciates it. She definitely knows what she's doing, and she definitely taught me most of the things that I know about makeup today. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed that video. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys want to see more of my mom on this channel. She doesn't really like to be on camera, but you guys seem to love her when she's in my videos. Don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button right down below to see more videos like this every Wednesday. And until next time, bye guys!